Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today, well, I'll be showing you the newest Gimkit Creative feature, and those are shapes. So as you can see here, we have a bunch of hexagons of different colors. Now, these are not made with barrier devices, as you might expect. No, these are made with the new shape device. So in this video, I'll be telling you all about the new shape device. So let's start with the basics. So the shape device is in the new devices category. And here you are, custom shapes. They have no collision, and you can't turn collision on. So as you can see here, these hexagons needed to be hitboxed using barriers. You can't, they don't have collision, and there's no collision option yet. And I don't think there will. Which is unfortunate, but hey, you can't add collision to everything. Now, with this, for example, you can create a shape. You can draw, and this would be a shape. You can use a rectangle tool, like so. And like, look at this. Using this tool, you can create a rectangle, a nice circle, a line maybe. You see? Pretty cool. And here, I made a hexagon using the lines, the rectangles, and the drawing function. And I named it hexagon from up here. So that's how you, create your own shapes. This is the border width. So you can see this is border width 0, border width 64. You can choose whatever color you want. And same with the border. There you are. And another thing is, of course, this has visible on game start. And I'll get into the wire capabilities too. This has, of course, the show and hide. And it has the scope functionality. These are all pretty normal things. Now, this is one of the most exciting things. So if you go to the animation, you can add a pulse animation or a spin animation, clockwise and counterclockwise. So let's say I want this to, spin. I can say that the animation loops, has no loop delay, animates at the start of the game, or I can choose when it animates, and I can choose how long it takes to do a full rotation. You can do pulse, and you can do the other spin direction. And as you can see, this is spinning. I assume that this is why they have no hitboxes, since there are no moving objects in Gimkit Creative, and this would be a moving object. So here we are. Now, another thing with these is that they're really, really easy to customize. For example, here I use them as platforms, and I use barriers to change to add a hitbox. And here in this painting, I have 3 hexagons, which are all made of the same shape device. You don't have to create multiple shapes. You can just do whatever you want. And then you can edit the colors too. This would be really useful for making patterns and stuff, and you don't need to use barriers anymore, since these require 75 memory. Pretty cool, right? So, well, that was pretty fun, and I'm happy that we finally got this feature, allowing us to, make our very own shapes. Pretty cool, don't you think? And now let me do a small demonstration right here. Black border, white color, here we are. And if I play, you can see them all spin. Pretty cool, right? And it seems that they have a load functionality. So when I started the game, you see they're not here yet. One appeared, the second appeared, and then the third and fourth appeared. So I guess these take a little bit of time to load in, which makes sense. You can expect that, considering, their capabilities, their functionalities. It's a pretty powerful device, I would say. Really useful, but I would think that you should use this for backdrops along with props, and, well, I think that it won't completely replace Gimkit art, because, the thing is, they are rather limited. They're really useful for making basic shapes like hexagons, squares, triangles, whatnot. Yeah, they're useful for that, but they don't have much value in making real art. And of course, they have a drawing editor. But if you wanted to make art, then you should probably still use props since they have more functionality. Also, shapes are single colored. So you need to have multiple, if you want to have multiple colors, you need to have multiple shapes. And I think that's it. So I hope you use this feature to make backdrops or whatever you want. Well, and this has been Mashpot, and Mashpot out.